Alright, back at it. I need this saw. I have a saw somewhere here that was kind of low on using this one. Yeah, I was just using this one. It was doing all the old wafers. I had the I think I had the HV doing all the new versions of the phosphorus wafers. A lot of these recipes are out of date. But I'm keeping them just because I think I still have regular wafers in the system, and the system's still programmed to use them. So in a pinch, this will actually be useful. It turns into 4. Yeah, saw into 4. If I was just extruding, I get... No, that it's the same. Never mind, because that's half an ingot. Yeah. Okay, so that's there. So with all that, I should be able to take a recipe and use the forming press. Make me rotor blades. 5 double, 2... Gets me up to this. Then I need an HV assembler, but I also need to get the rod. What assemblers do I have over here? We're making me alloy hatches up. Yeah, I can use you. You can make me a turbine. Not that in demand. But I can't take from that side. And I need the gel. Maglenum. Thing to say. Long rod. Oh, and this is going to be one of those where I have to, since you can't actually find it, I have to make one. Get 8 of these. Each long rod? Yes. Good. Of those. I got to do the first one by hand. Otherwise, I won't have one for the recipe. Because it's one of those weird things with durability. And so that's going to take a second. Hmm. I was just checking to see if anybody had anything to say on rotors. But no one's tested out my idea. I don't have the stuff for it yet. It does take a lot of metal. But how expensive is this stuff? Oh, I might run out of cobalt. Ooh, forgot about that. But these should be pretty durable. Yeah. 113k durability. These seem to last a long time. Done yet. How fast is this going? Decent. I can kick this up to Ivy now. Make it to the forming press? Yeah. Oh, what does this need to be on? Maybe I can't do this. I thought you did other... Mess this up. It screws. Double ultimate plate. Double. Have two. Oh, this needs to be HV. I did that mess up again. Yeah, so you'll make them. I have to run them like 8 EV then. I'll need to bring the recipe over here once I get all the pieces. I didn't look at the recipe requirements. I thought I could put it in my MV forming press. Okay, but there's one blade. How quick is the math on this thing? That's 10. I'll just call it 11. That's like what, an 2/8, 1/4 of an ingot. So yeah, it's 10.5 or 10.25. 8 of those. What? 2 ingots? Way off. Five. $45 cobalt per rotor. Do I have stashed? Yeah. Okay, I can make a couple rotors before I need more cobalt. I was just worried. While I'm waiting on this, I'm going to do some hexafluoride math. I got... This is how much it may... No, this is not how much it costs to make. This costs... Because I'm trying to figure out a ratio here. Money charged. Liters of charged. Liters of neutral. This is at 940 seconds. I was thinking about doing enriched. Just a little more. But then I'd have to also turn it into 235. Depleted 238 fluorine 8. This is 700. 7,140 seconds. So I can run on the amount of matter that comes out of just taking it apart. Um, 4 times. Yeah, there's like 4.5. I have 4.5 runs of this. For every one of these, I can create hopefully 4 times as much uranium hexafluoride. Almost like processing it, but I'm making up my own recipe. Because you get 4 from creating uranium hexafluoride with this. Okay, but what is, I guess, let me grab a calculator here. 7,140 by 29. Yeah, okay. So the time it takes for the first step to process Second step will process twice. Well, 2.5 times. So this is 1 to 2.5 ratioed, or time ratio. So production ratio is 4.5. Time is 2.5. This is why I don't do ratio math a lot of the time. Wish I had hand tracking. You could see me leaning on my arm, trying to think through this. Okay, so if these can process twice, I think I just run 1 to 2. That is the correct answer. I'll have to see. I gotta get powered production first. Halfway. Okay. Back to this. I need... What does it take to make the EV version matter? Material replicator, EV. I need IV. Yeah, I can't do that. Okay, so I just need to get more of my HV1s. So 2 replicators to 1 deconstructor. Everything flows everywhere. Again. I kind of want to teach an EV battery box real quick. Get one of them. Labatrons probably. Battery box. Gonna probably just have to teach it the aluminum wires. I already have 4x. There. Mm. The other thing I need to get finished? Yeah. Didn't mess up the rod, messed up the rotors. Okay. I got that ordered. For the 16X, right? Yeah. The Laptron crystal's going too. Office dust. Boards being created. I think I've never had a problem with this one. This one seems to run fast enough. And the polyfluoroethylene gets here first. Because that's the big thing. If the copper gets there first, then it clogs up like this one. I only got 3. Yeah, I have 3 left after this one. Alright. Got everything running. Make me shiz. I grabbed the USB, right? Yes. Uranium hexafluoride. Oh, I almost forgot. Is that just... Forgot one step in this process. I need an electrolyzer. Did that thing. It like rotates all your slots. Electrolyzer. About to start taking damage from hunger. That's done for now. That's done for now. Really working on the turbine. That's going to need a lot of stuff. Alright, so I do need to do a quick math on this. That only takes 8 seconds. Yeah, I don't think I need to worry about this. Okay, so comes out of the reactor. Every time I get a bucket. Yeah, right. Yeah. Time I get a bucket, I should get 4 buckets out. So I think this conversion is also going to eventually build up positive and negatively charged matter if I let it, which means I can run the rest of the industry off of. So the big thing that I don't know yet is how much power this system takes, because I need to make sure I know how much this. I need this rotor. I won't know the power calculations till I get the rotor, because I don't. I need to see again exactly how much this can produce per turbine, because this is not going to be full power. I just need one more double plate. They're 5 apiece. Or no, 2. No, I need 7. There's still 2 rotors. And I mean, I'm only running it at HV right now. If I could be running this process at like EV, it would use more power, but it would also be way faster. I think this is fine because this system works on a bucket. The reactor works on like 10 millibuckets. So for every bucket I produce, that's 100 runs of the reactor. No, yeah, 10. So 100. Bucket. Steam. Running 4 turbines. Get if the turbines run per tick or per second. Yeah, I need to run the turbine. I know it produces 2 amps. I guess I can just call it that. 2 amps. Yeah. Runs. So that's only 50 seconds. So a bucket of uranium hexafluoride runs the system for 50 seconds. Right? Because of how fast the reactor runs. Ooh, the calculation between production and consumption might be really bad. This process might be too slow to keep the reactor running. I forget, is HV overclocking a half? I don't remember the overclocking rules for Greg's tech off the top of my head. Now there's only 1 plate left. I guess we'll run it and see how many I need. Because technically what? I could run 5 of these refining setups. off of a reactor. But the problem is the reactor needs to run 100 times. I don't know why I did that. Or no, I needed to do that to clear it. There we go. Put this one over here and it will actually run correctly. And now we make a turbine. Oh, forgot to teach the system to do it. When you do this, you produce this. Now I should be able to request them. Yeah, let's go look at this. Now it should be running. And this needs to be running at max. Out. Yep, that's the battery box. Yeah, these things got to warm up. And it's not getting enough fuel. Okay, so how much steam do you actually want? Oh, or is it... Is it stalling? Let's click on it. Yeah, I think it was only like 30K. Or 300K. That's about the right setting. I just don't want this thing to stall at all. So it can keep heating up. Yeah, that's better. We go for... just go 5. Okay, it's just not... That's the weird thing. It doesn't read the ME interface as a tank internally. So this bar never fills up. Or technically it has an infinite size tank. Getting the rotor speed sped up, and we're currently producing HV level power. Barely anything. Yeah, there. Max EU per tick, 3,276 EV, which is at least it's about an amp and a half of EV comparatively. There. Technically hit EV, but it's not quite EV voltage. It's more like double H, or I forget. The conversion math is annoying because it's 4 times. Forget where it starts. Start like 15 or something. I forget what ultra low voltage is. Don't really use it in this pack. Oh yeah, I forget you can't look at the rotor while it's running. It bites you. But it hasn't really taken any durability yet. So yeah, now we're getting some power. Not a ton, but a decent amount. Yeah, so now we've crawled into the IV territory because we're producing multi EV level amps. Full speed. Did I teach all flux plug stuff? Yes. Okay, good, that's running. Now... Yeah. That because you're full? Yeah, that's max. Okay. I was just wondering. That's... Is that really only 130k? I guess it moves 5k, 500k over here. These things are all full of steam. I don't need to transfer into the network any faster than this already does. Alright, so this is producing about like I said, like an amp and a half. His EV is cable. There's a 248. Yeah, about an amp and a half. Comparatively. Because for you have to have 2048 for 1 amp of EV. And I'm producing way more steam than that one turbine can take. I actually need to order more turbines. What did I end up needing? I think this was 29 plus hatches plus parts. Nine casing. 9. Order everything. If the old system just gets fouled up. I need to make sure I grab the fluids. Water holder. Gear casing. Dynamo hatch. See how fast it can build me a turbine. Serial replicator and that. Need to do a test for putting it off. And I don't want to go back to the other base. Do I have something sacrificial in here? Basic packager, or is this? That's autoclave. Yeah, basic packager. I need to see if you explode. Crazy. I'm gonna blow it up on purpose. Okay, so it doesn't connect to that. Trying to see if I could trick it. Okay, so these only connect to machines or battery boxes. And supposedly So that warning supposedly doesn't matter anymore, is what I've been told. But I'm still wary about it. I want a battery box. Where it. Vacuum freezers I never put together. Because I found an alternative. mm. The gassy chicken that I just left hanging. Yeah, probably. I don't see it. At one point, I had an extra MV power box. Don't know what I did with it. Just worried to add EV to the system through the flux plugs. Okay, so now supposedly I have access to this. Uh, battery box to sacrifice for this. I'm just worried about mechanic interactions, especially when there's a big warning. In my testing, I didn't find any issues, but I didn't test that thoroughly. So from my understanding, if I put this here and attune it to the EV network, this should not explode. Right, I have this all protected? Yes. Oh, that's a plug. This is a point. Did I put the wrong one on the other one? No. Oh, when I cleaned it. Okay. Yep, it's passing. When you do that to clean them. 'Cause... Yeah, okay. It's just switched them over to the other type. Alright, so there's EV power. We gotta take a break here, and then we'll be back. Well, sorry, we got a little longer. But I'm gonna take it easy. Need to get the new parts that I've got a running turbine. What's gone built so far? Okay. Okay, so we got the matter stuff. Still waiting on the second turbine. But now it's time to go to break. Alright, back at it. Alright, turbine's being built. Now I've got matter stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot I don't need as much casing. I'll have to figure that out. We're here real quick. Go matter, fertilizer, other matter. Clippers. Connected. Get myself a 69 voltage. That's where I'm going to plug the EV power into. So my entire bag. Needs ports on the bottom. Oh, I forgot to get the damn screwdriver. There's an output hatch. Clean out my bag here. Or my inventory. Into my bags. I won't need those things. So I need to get depleted uranium from the system into the electrolyzer. I need another cell. There's a cell in the spectral that I have made up that I forget what it was. If it has anything in it. Oh, it does. In it. Remember. I'll just get a new one made up. Case. What? I stick it in the cell bench. Oh, look, it has some liquid starlight in it. I forgot I built that. Could just avoid it. There, now at least it's set. I'll just put it in the system. There. The system can now hold liquid starlight. I don't know. I might need it at some point. Housing. Because I'm going to need a drive for fluorine now that I think about it. I don't even... That's the other problem. I don't know if I'm going to have enough. Kick the system off because this runs so slow. I need to actually burn more fuel. Yeah, starting to take a little bit of damage. Nope, don't do that. For now. Okay, this needs to be fluorine. I might have to do more Enderium cable. I'm gonna have to get some batteries for this. So it's 5. Yeah, I didn't need all that. I didn't need that big of a battery buffer for the turbines. They're only going to produce like 8 amps max for this block. That's half a 16. Not bad. But I have to make, and I will need to make more Enderium cable for them. Can request 10 without it being an issue. A lot of parts. Oh, is that's of a bucket, so that's a quarter of a bucket. Go with like 500. 500,000. Yeah. Ah. Charge up a bit. Cable. I guess, let's see. So, your replicators. I'm going to try to do this in a row design. Like backplane. The extract always active, and then the insert. There's only one item. That should just be that. Fluids. This is where fluid. Fluid conduit. Don't want you on round robin. There's no insert. Brown, extract on brown, insert. Yeah. And then I think I'm just going to use a fluid interface. Brown. Also needs to be extract on brown. Gonna have fluorine. So I'm gonna build just more this way, and I need. No, I might need one more color. How to poke around with how ME fluid interfaces work. Version. What does fluorine turn into? Like, how much matter? Fluorine. Be decomposed. A 9. It's almost another bucket of what do you call it? Hexafluoride. Take yet another matter thing because I probably would want to run it through its own. I want to start running multi reactors or multi turbines. Okay, I want to switch this over. I'll leave it on that. Hopefully it's not drawing too much from the base. Okay. I think I need to go look at the base. Figure things out. So, ME fluid configuration. Depleted hydrofluoric acid. Depleted uranium hexafluoride. I want you to extract. Well, I want you to put it on brown. Extract on blue. Make it insert on blue. That works. The only problem with the system, it does not have enough hexafluoride to supply this. Any more cheap cable. Okay, I want to check on all the turbine casing because it seems like it's taking a while. That's never a good sign. Yeah, it's so much nicer working at the new base. You're just waiting. On double plates. Here it is. I thought so. What are we missing? Take this out for a second. And deliver something else here. There you go. And that's making something. Hopefully that's the right thing. Yeah, overbooked a mixer. This is something that hopefully rebuilding in over at the other base will help with. Because there's a built-in priority system for recipes on in ME. applied energistics, whatever you call it, AE, ME. ME stand for like material exchange. Or material energistics. Maybe that was that the original name of the mod? Maybe. It's been a long time. Don't happen to have a hopper, do I? Nope. Might order one. I think this will finish correctly if I just put this in a hopper next to it. Currently it's working on ultimate. And once that's done, it will work on the other thing. I don't have to stand here holding this. I need to also get that hatch turned over. I need to just take the screwdriver with me this time. Yeah, ordering a hopper shouldn't have been too much because that is all still in the LV part of the factory. Where a lot of the stuff I'm waiting on is in the HV. There we go. Do this old trick. That liquid helium setup is hilarious. The machine that both makes and uses liquid helium is the same machine. Okay. Let's sort that out. Got that. You go here. This to switch the hatch over. But also pick this stuff up. I don't have to keep coming back here. Or full durability. All backed up, isn't it? Yeah. You probably got filled, yep. Still haven't finished this up because this is my this is Or no, this is rare earth, or rare metals, which I'll need for the osmium in the next part. This is osmium setup. Then there's also palladium. Isn't set up yet. Platinum sludge residue. We turned into matter. A couple of them. Drop these on matter cube real quick. Who knows, I might need some of this to make the loop work. Yeah, that's the thing. The silly thing about my idea is that I might actually be using like something else to keep it running or to keep it started. It's gonna take so long to cycle. And I'm more just building the material handling over there just as a proof of concept. Because it's all HV and I want to upgrade it as soon as possible. I'm going to rip that current version up once I get to the better stuff. But this better stuff requires the power from this setup. Yep. Depleted uranium. Hexafluoride. Because the only other option is to run some hexafluoride through. Centrifuge. Tenth of a bucket of enriched. Enriched just can't. Itself can't be broken down for much, but uranium-235, which makes uranium hexafluoride. Wow, actually this is a much better, this is probably a much better conversion. It just takes forever. Because that converting to uranium hexafluoride also works out. Well, I want to get my turbines up and running first. And I might do that if I can't get enough flow through. Catch. Okay, so how many do I have on this? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I should be able to run these on the same line. Right? Fluix is... I think Fluix can handle 8. that looks all happy. It's already got the steam. Yep, just missing the turbine and the turbine holder. Oh yeah, I overordered on case. I can start looking at building the next part. The last turbine will be the cheapest. Yeah, that's going up, isn't it? Because I only put 20 buckets in here. Now this is at 64. I'm going to have to give this a dump for distilled water at some point. It'll take a while to cycle. Yeah, now that's panel. They are going to look weird. They're going to overlap a bit. But that's the price of saving. They're going to look like look dumb. But it allows wall sharing, so might as well save the materials. Yeah, accidentally I ordered a whole turbine's worth. So whatever I didn't use on this wall is still here. Which is a lot because that's a big wall. Won't need much for the next one. Let's see. Trying to think of what to do while I'm waiting on stuff. Because this build is kind of my sticking point right now because I want to see what it does. Can't really move on from this until I figure out if this is a magnum opus or a complete failure. Because this is going to be the lifeblood of the new setup. But I didn't realize how slow this is going to cycle. How much uranium hexafluoride do you still have? Oh, yeah. Yeah, barely anything. Right, it might be next stream before I even figure out if it is doing enough. We got power, though. Is a weird uranium loop like the secret to infinite matter? That's kind of, I'm almost thinking that right now. I gotta test this. I think that's what I'm gonna go down a rabbit hole here. Mad science this shit. Fluid. On brown, but higher priority. Oh, but I'll need a fluid filter because I've got 2 browns coming out of here. I want this to catch hexafluoride. On blue. And then I need to also filter this. Nope, wrong filter. Fluid filter. Blue input for depleted. There's going to be a little bit of enriched, and that's what I want. Another. Electrolyzer. Just trying to go through this all in my head. Okay. So this somehow cycles, or I go get some matter for this thing. I could do that. Oh, I forgot USB stick. And I forgot to make a second one. There we go. I mean, I need this to be looping before I really care. 1, 2. Let me see. I'll order another 3 power crystals. Make sure I have amps. Did I put... Oh yeah, no. Items are coming over here. Duh. What I was thinking. Want another material. Want to start using up this power before it starts getting full. If nothing else, I want to... If I can port into this weird idea I have of making this depleted or hexafluoride loop. Uranium hexafluoride loop that just makes more uranium hexafluoride. I can get it to work. And it also lets me mess with the factory design. I want all these machines to be buzzing. And I know the way I have it set up now, it's not going to actually produce any hexafluoride for the power. I'm kind of really betting a lot on this system. The electrolyzer. This I need insert on blue. But then I need to also filter this to, I need a fluid filter. Good thing the system's slow. Plus I'm pulling on blue, it's not going to be as bad. The only thing that's... Screw it, I'm going to turn this colors because I worry... Okay, on red. There we go. Nothing's... Why... Oh, that's items. That's item. Never mind. Item is okay. Fluids always start inserting on green, which can be a real pain when you're adding stuff to the system. I should stop using green as a fluid channel altogether. Completed the second rotor before the rotor holder. That's crazy. That's the only part I'm missing. I'm positive I ordered it. Fuel turbine. Yeah, one EV rotor holder. Yet a wrench. But this needs to be enriched uranium. Needs an item conduit. Just extract on green. What's nice is I can also dump uranium hexafluoride into this system. Extra tank somewhere to buy. Stuff away. Blue bag. Yeah. Back to the uranium cube. Yeah, fluorine's really slow. Actually, I could just take these. Because that's what the system's made to use also. Let's see what this does. This will definitely make the system cycle. Probably. Hopefully. That's running. That's running. That will cause that to run. .38 sitting. This is running. Yeah. And definitely probably going to need more of those. But I think what I'm hoping is this, even though this system is so slow, I can make sure this system cycles faster than that, or consumption-wise. I think I will definitely come out ahead as long as that's producing enough power. One running. Keeping up. Still sitting dormant every once in a while. Yep, that definitely means I'm not pulling enough. Okay, order the next one. Larger turbine. Fuel. Match. Then what? Oh, I forgot ports. Page. Yeah, fluids. Those. Okay, so fluids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more walls. Damn it. Accidentally full screened. Six, I think. Turbine casing. There it goes. I'd rather have those in the red bag so I know where they are. Okay, no. Didn't have enough to run that once. But there is a lot of this uranium. All right, we need to take a break here, and then we'll be back.